Hello, my name is Margaret Ramsey, and I am a graduate from Brentwood High School. Today's devotional is about John chapter 7, verses 1 through 31. In this passage, Jesus' disciples go to the Feast of Booths, also known as Sukkot. It was a festival at the end of the agricultural year for thanking God for all the plentiful harvest, assuming they had it. Jesus' explanation for why he isn't going, as he tells his disciples, is that his time has not fully come, and he says that in verse 5. After his disciples leave, he goes down in private to the festival, where about halfway through, he goes to the temple and begins teaching. The people begin questioning him, asking how an untaught man can know the teachings of God. Jesus' response is, "If anyone's will is to do God's will, he will know whether the teaching is from God or whether I am speaking on my own authority." And he says that in verse 17. And in verse 18, Jesus also said that the one who speaks on his own authority seeks his own glory, but the one who seeks the glory of him who sent him is true, and in him there is no falsehood. I read that, when I first did read it, I noted that we, as sinful human beings, often speak from our own authority rather than God's. We tend to believe that our authority is the only authority we need, when we constantly seem to forget that it's God's authority that's so much greater and so much more amazing and powerful than our own. And as for our will, we tend to focus on our own wills rather than God's will, which, just like his authority, is greater and better in every way, shape, and form. If our will is to do God's will, we can start by surrendering plans for God's plans for us. But as we do this, we can also remind ourselves that we never need to prove ourselves to God, and that we can always find glory through him.